What up? Welcome back to the channel. I'm MoedotJ and we are locked in. The time is here, episode 9 of Power Book 2. Now I know this week there were a lot of videos dropped. I'm hearing people hitting me up on Instagram saying, hey, it's out, it's released early on this Discord. I'm hearing all kinds of things. Now I did do one exclusive clip, but I wasn't going to do all of them because it seems like they broke down almost every single scene. And we still got to go over our recap. Before we jump into this, shout out to the notification gang. If you're new to the channel, you want to be a part of it, hit the subscribe button, turn your notification bell so you get something every time I upload. Hit that like button. It's the easiest thing you can do. Now, we got the build up. We know that there's going to be another significant death before the end of the season. So let's jump into this because we've been breaking it down all week. The time is now, episode 9, Power Book 2. We start the episode off with Tariq getting to class. Now he has on some ridiculous pants. They got stars on them. I'm like, man, I don't know what the kid is doing. But when he gets in here, he thinks Tate's in there. Come to find out, he turns around and now this is the scene where Tariq is talking to all of the ghosts and spirits that he's been fighting. Now everyone in this room has something to do. Either Tariq killed him or he was a part of it. We got Jabari, Kanan, Ray, Raina, Keisha, Proctor, Carrie, and Carrie was a suicide, and also Lauren shows up. So it's got you wondering, is Lauren dead or is she gonna die? Because all he's seeing is dead people, and I excluded the one most important person. Ghost is dead. He was on the cell phone calling to try to talk to Tariq. Turns out Tariq is just dreaming. He wakes up because Davis is calling him and asking him, what does Rashad Tate have on you? Because he's the next witness. Tariq says he doesn't have anything. In reality, Tate has a lot on Tariq. He's actually using Tariq to get the picture from Brayden. But he's saying Tate doesn't know anything. In the bed laid up with him is Effie. Now, when I was breaking it down last week, I thought I seen hair and it was Effie. But Davis is upset because he needs to know everything so he can get ahead of it. Tariq is fighting them demons right now. The Tate brothers are meeting up and Kamal's looking out for his brother and he's asking him, what do you know about all of this? Because Jenny thinks that you know some stuff. We hear how Davis is trying to flip everything just because he says it would put his client in danger. Now Tate, he's listening to it because his brother is saying, this drunk lady keeps calling me saying there wasn't one person that killed Jabari, it was two. Now Tate, he's hearing all this and he's going like, hey, Kamal, you probably need to just stay away from that. You were hired. He's hyping his brother up. You were hired because of your brains. Don't go bring a drunk person to Jenny right now. Jenny already has enough on her plate. And the reason Tate's hearing this and saying that is because he knows that Tariq was there. So if it brings up Tariq, he won't be able to get the stuff that he needs from Brayden. We see Monet looking on her phone and it says a suicide claim. Professor Carrie is dead, y'all. It said it was a suicide. And up under it, you can see in the article that there's a picture of Zeke there. Now, Monet, she's trying to call him, and all you hearing is, what up? It's Freaky Ziggy. Leave a message. Mecca walks in. We knew that this was the first place that she was going to go after she got kicked out of the house. Now, she's trying to get a hold of him just to see how Zeke is doing. And Mecca's saying, don't worry, it's a lot that he got to process. Monet just said Zeke is dumb. She said, oh, no, he's not capable of thinking things through. So Dante says, oh, well, he's calling me now and he only wants to meet me. He's like, don't worry about it, Monet. I'm going to get it to where, you know what I'm saying, we'll get the family back together. Just chill. So Zeke, he doesn't want anything to do with Monet right now because of all the information he found out, and it's going to mess up his draft. So Mecca is going to talk to him. It's a little of a deja vu moment. Tariq walks into the class and Tate's up there. This time it's the real him and he's saying class is canceled. He turns around, he talks to Tariq. And he's saying, you got court at 2 p.m. It's not looking too good for you. Maybe I do need to get you off the street. And Tariq is saying, my bad, I didn't think things through. And Tate's saying, exactly, you don't ever think anything through. So right now, Tate is upset because Tariq hasn't gave him a picture. All he gave him is information about a picture that could potentially exist. So until it gets there, he's at the leisure of whatever Tate wants to do. Tate's like, I got to testify. So I need to get this information now or I'm on your ass, Tariq. I'm going to get up there and tell him what I know. Kane's over at Mecca's house after it's been robbed, cleaning up, cleaning some knives, just like how Mecca wants it. Now Mecca comes in and we already knew he was no food. So Kane's talking about, all right, I'm about to go home. You know, so I got to go head on out. Mecca ain't trying to hear that. He chokes he chokes Kane up. I'm talking about everybody in this family gets choked up. It runs in the family. He chokes up Kane and he tells him, oh no, you my number 2. You staying here. Put your hand on the chopping block. He was putting him through a scare tactic here. He picked up the butcher knife that Kane just cleaned. I know Kane's heart was beating. Doop, doop, doop. Thought that hand was about to be gone. But what happened was he got the fingerprint of Kane. Now he has access to everything at the house. He's just been promoted to number 2. Well, this promotion to number 2, you know what it comes with it? Means you're tracked 24/7. You got to stay at Mecca's house. Kane, he was doing all that tough talking till he got choked out. Mecca made him call his dad and tell Lorenzo there's no work on account that we got robbed. Now, the way that Mecca is saying it, he knows what's going on here. We seen that he spared Kane last week and we all thought, okay, he might know that Kane was really the one doing it and not the chef. Now, he has to tell his dad, oh man, there ain't no work out here, Dad. Of course, Lorenzo's not trying to hear this. And you see Mecca in the background, cut that phone call off. Lorenzo done tore up the house. Drew and Diana, they come in. Oh, what's wrong, Poppy? He's like, the connect. We ain't got none. I'm gonna go talk to GTG and talk to little Guap straight up. Now, Drew, he eventually confesses and says, Dad, I know what happened. I killed little Guap, man, because I didn't want Kane to get mad. So that's the reason I did it. And Monet is still getting drugs. We already know Diana's a snitch. She back there. I told you, Poppy. I told you she out here doing her own thing. He's upset. So he's saying, you did all this to get revenge? Nah, Drew, we ain't riding out. You got to get my drugs back. Lorenzo is not playing. He is not playing. And Drew, you messed up going behind your dad's back and helping Monet when he picked you to be the one in charge of the organization. Damn. Mr. Tate takes the stand and they ask, how was the reputation of Carrie at school? He was saying outstanding. She was always on time, always prepared. Now you got to remember, he just got that picture. So as of right now, he's going to help Tariq in any way possible. He's saying, oh yeah, she did a good job. You know, nothing but the best for her. Then they ask, what about Tariq St. Patrick? He says, oh, I don't have anything to say, but I do want to give a shout out to my brother, Kamal Tate. He did an outstanding job investigating for you. Now, Davis gets up there to ask. We know we got Tate on our side right now. He gets up there and you hear Tate say, oh yeah, there was one thing my brother told me, because Davis wanted to know, was him and his brother, since they're so close, was he given any information? And what it looks like is Tate says, yeah, he said he talked to an eyewitness that says there were 2 murder suspects. Now, the reason he did this is because it could potentially put Tariq in harm's way. But the only thing is, Gianni never disclosed this so Davis could have this information. If you withhold information from the other people, then you might have to get this trial dismissed. So what Tate did was give away valuable information. You even seen his brother like, man, what are you doing? That's because Tate worries about Tate, and he owes Tariq for giving him that picture. The judge takes him back into the judge's chambers, and Gianni is upset like, oh, wait a minute, man, you can't do this. And you hear Davis talking about, we need this thrown out. She's withholding information from us. Oh my goodness, Your Honor, we can't do that. That ain't fair. You can't do that. And she's saying, give us a week and we can figure this out. The judge said, you got 48 hours or we're dismissing this case. So it's looking good for Tariq. And you actually see Saxe taking up for Davis, and he went against Gianni. All you had to do is let him kiss you that night, Gianni, and Saxe would have still been on your side. We have the scene. Zeke wanted to meet up with his father and just talk to him. Of course, he's upset. That's not my birthday. That's not my birthday. And he's saying, man, the Kings wanted me because I'm 19, not 23. And he also brings up, you know about Carrie? Dante's like, yeah, I heard about it. He ain't really trying to talk about it. What he wants to do is get his family back together. And Zeke is saying, it doesn't matter. I lied. I'm 23 years old. There's nothing I can do. And we hear Dante talking about, we can get you a basketball coach. It's too late for that. If he ain't got the skills that he needs to get drafted, then that's out the window. Plus, he already had a significant injury. But he's saying, look, you take off from school until the draft. I'll get you a basketball coach, but you got to talk to Monet because she's not out of your life unless you want her to be. Dante really wants this family back together, man. It's something about being the father that he wants. Diana and Drew, they trying to figure out how to get these drugs back. Now, it looks like they're looking at some blueprints, and I can already tell you these two knuckleheads ain't gonna be able to do no Mission Impossible mission that they looking at some damn blueprints. All right, here's the roof. We can go through this ventilation shaft. No. But Drew is saying, look, what you did last night wasn't fair. You told on everybody. Because she was talking about, I wouldn't have told Lorenzo. Yeah, you would have. You just snitched on everybody in the house, Diana. But that's neither here or there. Everyone hates you right now. We got to get these drugs back. And we're going to need a key card. Drew, can you handle that? Hopefully Drew can, man. Let's see how this plan works for these two. The family meeting finally happens. Dante, Monet, and Zeke. And now Monet is giving her backstory. Zeke said he would at least listen to her. And she's saying she was madly in love with Dante. Her mama told her, no, don't mess with him because he's not in a position to be anybody's father. She's pregnant anyway. She has the baby and she sends it down with her sister. Now, her sister always wanted a boy and she loved Zeke like he was her own son. But after she seen that Zeke had a potential to go to the NBA, she brought him up here because the best place to go to school to go to the NBA is in New York. Now, Dante popped back up and he's even saying, yeah, man, your mom, you can trust her, man. I wasn't in the place that I needed to be. And now I'm back. And after I seen y'all on ESPN, I knew I wanted y'all in my life. But Zeke wants to know one thing. Did Monet have something to do with Carrie's death? Now, she says, no, I was here. I came directly here. So maybe she did have something to do with it. Because even Dante looks and he's like, what? You wasn't here. I ain't see you till about 1 o'clock in the morning. But, oh yeah, Zeke, she was here, man. Me and her right in this room worried about you. So maybe Monet did have something to do with it. Part of the plan was to get a key card. And where's the best place for Drew to get a key card to Stansfield? Everett. Plain and simple. He goes over Everett. They get to kissing and he's just using Everett, using this man's body to get this damn key card. He ends up going into the bathroom and sees, oh man, he left his wallet in his pants pocket. That's how you know these kids are young. Ain't no grown man leaving their billfold or their wallet in their pants. When I get home, I put the wallet up, you know what I'm saying? Hang my pants up. That's how you know these are college students. He just took his pants off and threw them in the bathroom. But he gets Everett key card. Brayden is in over his head. Jenny has a recording. You remember that Rolex Lauren was wearing around capturing all of these conversations? Well, Jenny has it, and she's playing in front of Brayden's father and the family attorney. And he's saying, oh, that's my first time meeting Kane. I don't know nothing about him. But you hear his brother talking about, oh, that's a lie, man. He knows Kane. He actually kidnapped me and Brayden and made us sell drugs on the corner. Actually, a cop pulled us over. And Jenny's like, a cop? Yeah, Ramirez. And Tariq bragged about him working for us. Brayden, I know he's like, dog, my brother's a fucking ass. But the good thing about this for Brayden's situation, he has that white privilege and his parents actually have money. So all his dad has to easily do is cover this up. But Brayden holding it down so far. I'm talking about in too deep like Makai Fife. Brayden's over here looking at dash cam footage of him and his brother beat up from Ramirez's dash cam. Now his brother's talking about, look, I'll testify, shoot, whatever you want me to say, I'll get up there and tell you because, man, that was a crazy night. And them niggas are wild, but I'll testify. So what their lawyer comes up with, whoever testifies, both of the brothers get full immunity from this case. So it doesn't matter if Brayden doesn't get up there and say anything about Tariq. His brother's going to tell everything. But will I just tell you, white privilege, family with money, oh yeah, they out of this. Brayden goes back to his room to get a few things because he knows what's right ahead of us. We're rolling into a storm. Tariq is here and he's saying, man, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Everything is good. Tate, he testified and it sounded good for me. And Brayden's like, he helped you? You gave him the picture? So they get in a big argument. And Brayden is saying, bro, it's not all about you, man. You know what can happen to my family with this? But Tariq is very selfish at this point, saying your dad, oh, he'll be all right. He's not going to go to jail. But his whole reputation is about to go down. Now, does he need to be exposed for that? Yes. But at the same time, it's like, Tariq, come on, bro. He told you not to do this. He would do anything for you. Brayden just held it down with his lawyer in front of Jenny and said that he wasn't going to testify against you. Diana shows up to Tariq's room and he's like, I can't stay. I gotta get ready to go see my lawyer in a little bit. She talking about, can you be a little late? I would have said, hell no, I can't be a little late. I owe David so much damn money. I'm on trial for a double homicide. I'm not missing no court date. I'm not showing up late. Hell no. But Tariq lets her in. He want to hear what she got to say, because if she drove this far to Stansfield, she must be in a dire need of help. Now she comes over here and tells Tariq that he's the only one that's not mad at her right now. She starts crying. So I know as a young man, you're sitting here and you're thinking, what are you crying for? What could you have possibly done to make you drive all the way up here and start crying? And she gives that sob story of, I put Monet's info on blast and I told on everybody, and Zeke's not my cousin, he's my brother. Monet's been cheating on my dad, and she's Zeke's mom, and oh my God, he's been messing with a guy named Dante. I know Tariq is like, man, what the hell does this have to do with me, and why are you crying? This isn't your fault. This is on Monet. But no one in the house is really talking to Diana. They're upset, so I can see why she's crying. But as a young man, I know Tariq's sitting there like, and you telling me this because? What do you want me to do? Tariq gets her a Kleenex and she's saying, what is wrong with me? Even Drew said I should have kept my mouth quiet. Well, you tried to talk to Monet, but Monet, that morning you said, Ma, I got to talk to you about something. She pushed you off. Now, would I went as far as exposing all of that? No. You could have did that one-on-one and just seen where your mom was. But at the end of the day, that's grown folk business. So, I mean, Tariq said it's family. You gonna mess up. That mess up is extreme, though. Diana asked for some water and they're all out. So Tariq says, I'm going to go to the end of the hall and get you some. Now, I would have said, Diana, come with me because I'm just going to head out once we get you some water. Now, listen to me, people. Rule number 1, never ever leave someone in your room by themselves unless all of your valuables are put up. Rule number .05, before rule number 1, never leave a Tejada in the room by themselves. You remember she needed access to this? She's getting it off of Tariq's phone. She opened up his phone with facial recognition by using a picture of him off of her phone. And now she's in here. Oh, hey, Tariq. Well, I was wrong. These two actually put together a plan that works. Drew got the key card. Diana got the QR code off of Tariq's phone. They go upstairs. Course correct. Class is in session. I'm talking about they stealing everything. All the drugs. They bring that work home to Poppy. No words needed. Check it. Oh, it's all there. Okay. He gives a wink to Drew. That's what he's talking about, Drew. Even if you mess up, we all gonna make mistakes. It's how you bounce back. And when he walks by, he looks at Diana. He don't say nothing, but it's that little respect there. Just don't let it happen again. Lorenzo, Tejada is back in the game. Poppy and Drew, we hitting the block. We got the Dodge Charger out. It ain't no Hellcat, it ain't no Scat Pad, but we got the Dodge Charger out. And now we about to make some plays. And making plays means we about to go out there and offload everything that we got. You know what I'm saying? We got to flood the streets. We drop off that work. They drop off that bag. Now we out here getting it. I'm talking about Lorenzo. He pushing the whip too. He ain't even looking at the road. He looking at Drew like, yeah, son, this is how you do it. All right, Lorenzo in the game. Now we getting somewhere. My boy Zeke is up here making an announcement. Effective immediately, I'm done with Stansfield. Let me tell y'all something. I'm getting ready for the league. I gotta be a private coach. We getting out of New York City, baby. Now, one of the reporters asked, is there some speculation between a promise between you and the team in the lottery? He talking about, I can't talk about that. Now, one of the reporters asked, are you doing this because of your family? And exactly, that's what he's doing it for. Zeke says, yeah, it's my family. All that negative energy, I'm getting away from it. Now there's an update. Bleacher Report sends out a message. Corruption discovered in NCAA. Ezekiel Cross accused of age falsification. Ezekiel Cross, the poster boy for the Stansfield Stallions, has been accused of age falsifications. Stansfield University and coaches may face penalties due to this corruption. The committee decides penalties case by case. Each case is unique, and implying case precedent is difficult, if not possible, because all cases are different. Each case has its own aggravating and mitigation factors, and the committee considers both something and session penalties. Damn, Zeke, how you gonna deal with this? Even the agents talk about no more questions, no more questions. He cover up the microphone. Hey, Zeke, is this true? You ain't tell me all this? Nigga, you the agent. You didn't do your background checking. You just seen them dollar signs. And Zeke sitting up there like, that's not my age. That's not my birthday. I didn't lie. You did. Damn, Zeke. Tariq and Lauren, they run into each other. And she's saying, Tariq, I'm sorry about all this. But Carrie's murder, you don't have to put it on yourself. Don't put all that pressure on you. And I should have believed you at first. And Tariq's like, yeah, I'm not. I know it wasn't my fault that she killed herself. And also, get up out of here, man. You snitched on me. But she's saying, I didn't snitch on you. I thought it was Brayden. I would have still been like, man, you were going to snitch on my boy for some little drugs? And you listened to Carrie and I told you about Carrie? You can't rock with her. But now she's saying, yeah, I shouldn't. I didn't know because he was with a guy named Lorenzo. Now we know Lorenzo Jr. as Kane. And she's describing him. All Tariq had to say, was it a brown skinned guy with a do-rag? Because if so, I know exactly who you're talking about. That's Kane. Tariq's looking her in the eyes saying, you got Brayden and Lorenzo on a wiretap. You need to get the hell out of here. It's about to get dangerous for you. She talking about Jenny already promised me. If she promised you safety, you wouldn't even be coming back to this college campus. You out here snitching. This is a double homicide that's tied into this drug dealing on campus. It ain't no I'm protected and going back to school. It's I'm protected and I'm protected. We have another family meeting, a Spears meeting, and they're out at another open just park. Like, you need to be inside the house with all of this media news going around about you, Zeke. But Dante is saying, I'm gonna get you a PR firm. We're gonna get the truth out there and we're gonna get ahead of this and we're gonna change the narrative. Zeke's saying it doesn't work like that. Dante says it works however I tell you it works, son. And he storms off like a kid. Now you gotta remember Zeke is 23 years old. He's not all there, but he storms off and Monet's talking about, let me just talk to him. I'm like, we're in this situation because of you, Monet. But she goes over there and talks to him. In the middle of this conversation, we see a black SUV pull up and they start buck. They dumping. You got Zeke and Monet behind a trash can. Dante, he getting down, but he pull out his strap. He starts shooting back. Now, we not going to act like everybody that had a gun out there was shooting. You know what I'm saying? Some people were hiding, and even though they had a gun, they wasn't doing no shooting. But after they hear the truck drive off, they stick their head around with their gun like they were doing something. You let this man Dante out there fire back by himself. You over here hiding. You supposed to, Monet, you killed that contractor because he ain't had no gun. But when somebody's shooting at you, you ain't do nothing, Monet. Don't let me find out you faking in these streets. Dante come back, talk about, y'all okay? Zeke in the corner. Scared as hell and out of breath. Monet's like, you got people following you? He's, no. Could this been Lorenzo? Did he follow you? He's thinking Lorenzo having him set up to get killed. Right now, no one can trust anybody. Zeke's looking at it like, man, I don't even know if I want this private coach if my dad about to have people shooting at him in the middle of the day. Tariq and Effie, they're talking, and he starts talking about Lauren and how it's kind of messed up. She needs to get out of here because she got Brayden and Kane on the wire. Now, Effie, she's part of the streets. She comes from the streets. She knows what's going on here. She knows Lauren is a snitch. And Tariq is talking about, we got to get her out of here. And Effie's saying, dog, she's a snitch, man. She got Kane and Brayden on the wire. She's the reason you're in this whole mess anyway. A double homicide because of her. You can't be dealing with her. Tariq is talking about, nah, man, we got to help her get out of here. And Effie's like, dog, that's stupid, man. That plan is a waste of your time. And she's a snitch. Whatever happens to her, it just happens. But in the middle of this conversation, Tariq gets a text and he has to dip out. But Effie, she's hearing all this and how Tariq is still talking to Lauren, a snitch, his ex-girlfriend, the one that put him in this situation. And you know some thoughts are running through her mind right now. The streets need a body. Effie hits up Kane and they meet outside in front of the bridge. I'm talking about a beautiful view. I'm thinking it's the Brooklyn Bridge. I'm not from New York. Y'all have to correct me if I'm wrong. But Effie is telling Kane that Tariq's girlfriend, she's a snitch. She wore a wire and it's got you and Brayden on it. Kane is like, Tariq is just letting this slide? And Effie's like, pretty much. But he looks at Effie and he can tell that she's not letting this slide. I told you, the streets need a body. So Effie in her head, she's thinking, I probably got to take out Lauren because if not, that's going to mess up the whole operation. We need Tariq and Brayden. And plus, we don't deal with no snitches. But Kane is like, all right, You know what I'm saying? Let me know what you're gonna do. Kane hears this. He got to call up Brayden. Brayden, we on this tape together, and you need to go ahead and take out Lauren. Let's just cut to the chase. Brayden's talking about, I never killed anybody. Kane is saying she's the only one that can authenticate that. You got to do this, because if you don't do it, then you know what I got to do to you. And Brayden's thinking like, damn. Well, Brayden knows about this recording. That's why he asked, who told you this? Because he doesn't want Kane to think that he already heard it from the prosecutor. So he just like, oh, whoa. But he's like, I never killed nobody. Kane said, I gave you a gun. Use it. Brayden, yeah, you said you were in this life. Well, let's see if you can follow through. Rashad Tate, you a bad man. We know he got that photo from Tariq. We also know that he took the stand and humiliated his brother. Now, he's saying my brother is smart. He knows how to move. Nothing's going to happen with that. Now, the gentleman eating with him, he's saying, Tate, I thought you'd give this Sweeney stuff up. And this is where Tate slides the picture across the table. Now, I'm not just talking for my health. When Rashad Tate does something, he does it all the way. And I bet you won't underestimate him now. He pulls out the picture, Stansfield North, Halloween party, 1994. What we got on there? O.J. Simpson holding the code. And he's looking at this like, this is some damaging stuff right here. Damn, Tate, you done it again. Tate hits him with the drink up. Cheers. Damn, Tate, you a bad man. I can't wait till Power Book 5 Influence drops, because this man is a bad man. Brayden's trying to sneak out of the house because he knows what Kane wants him to do. Take that gun, go find Lauren and finish it. But Jenny, she's outside waiting here, harassing him. Where are you sneaking off to? Why don't you testify? I know you know more about Kane's operation than your brother does. And what you can do is, if you give me information on Kane, I'll have him locked up because he has a bullet waiting for your brother. And if he's in jail before your brother testifies, that means your brother will be safe. Now, she gives Brayden her direct card. Now, Brayden, he takes it, but he better get rid of this. You don't want to be caught with this damn prosecutor's card on you. And Jenny, she doing a lot of digging, but Brayden was right. Never talk to the law without a lawyer present. Tariq and his lawyer, they're going to see where Yaz is living at. And that's the text message Tariq received. And it's basically saying that we can't stop the adoption process, especially with everything you got going on in court right now. So they drive over there and they see Yaz. She's having a birthday party. It's like 8, 9 at night. I don't know why they waited this late for an 8-year-old's birthday party, but it is what it is. Tariq gets out the car and he just wants to go up there and see his sister because he knows the situation he's in right now. This is probably the last time he's ever going to get to see her, unless they can figure out something in between now and the trial and her files being sealed. Monet comes over and talks to Mecca and says, Lorenzo is coming after us. It wasn't the people shooting at us, but he's the one that leaked the age of Zeke. He's trying to come over here and he's not going to stop until he gets everything. Now she comes up with a proposition. Hey, you know what we should do? We should kill Lorenzo. I would have said we if I'm Mecca. Like, what? No, I'm not doing that. But she's saying we kill Lorenzo because he won't stop coming until he finishes all. Pause. Mecca is saying, how about we just hop on my jet tomorrow and we fly to wherever we want? We can easily leave all this behind and we can have our family. Monet says, no, I already have a family. You just came and told Mecca you want to kill your husband, but you don't want to be a family with him because you have a family, which you're about to kill your own husband, who is family. Make it make sense, Monet. But Dante's like, I don't know about that. Brayden meets up to talk with Effie, and this is a scene that I broke down this week, and let me tell you guys, I was 1,000% wrong. What Brayden is talking to Effie about is doing something he doesn't want to do, and we know that means snitching on Kane to protect Tariq and to protect himself. Now, Effie is telling him, sometimes you just got to do what you got to do, but this is the game. You chose this life, and we know what he has to do is go kill Lauren right now. So Effie, she's trying to poke around and see if she can get anything. Did Tariq tell you this? And he said no. So she's starting to put together things because she's the one that actually told Kane about this. So Brayden, he's trying to say, just have some kind of, just because we're selling drugs, we got to do something right every now and then. And Effie's like, Brayden, what are you talking about? You in the dope game now. You chose this life. Mecca shows back up to the house. Kane in there big chilling because, I mean, he can't go nowhere. He's being tracked. He watching UFC. Mecca come in there Kane, you're in charge of the day-to-day. I'm going to leave the country. I'm going to go get Pat. Kane talking about, I got to go home. He trying to put on his sweater. Oh, no. It ain't no putting on no sweaters. Dante come out with that pistol and he says, I need that bag back now. I know you stole my stuff. Kane talking about Mecca. Man, I wouldn't steal nothing from you. Come on, man. It's me, baby. It's me. It's Kane, baby. Hurricane, man. It's me, man. I wouldn't steal from you. Ooh, you know that heart beating again. Mecca is not playing. Look at that face. Does that look like a face of a man that's playing around? He wants his bag. But guess what? You all were right. There's a tracking device. Y'all were right. That ring had a tracking device. And where does this tracker take us to? Stansfield University. Looks like a dorm room. Track device. So what does he tell Kane? Oh yeah, all your privileges are revoked. You're going to be on lockdown in here. And I'm about to go see who got my damn ring. Kane calls his mom and she's like, what's going on? He said, man, I can't leave. I want you to tell Drew and Diana I love them because it looks like Mecca's going to go kill Tariq first and then he's going to come and kill me. So she's saying, why didn't he kill you now? And why are you locked in the house with a cell phone? That just means this phone is probably recording any conversation that's on it. And Mecca's going to be able to hear this and then probably play it and let Monet know this whole time you going behind my back. But it is what it is. Kane's in this house on lockdown. And Monet asks, send me a picture of this Mecca guy. I want to know what he looks like. They've been dealing with this guy for so long. She's just now asking who Mecca is. Give me a picture of him. Kane texts Tariq and tells him, hey, you got to shake the spot. Mecca activated a tracking device in that bag. Now, Tariq goes in there and he starts opening up things and he sees an envelope and it has the passports of Drew, Diana, Kane, and Monet. He just said he's about to go about the country. He's really going to take care of his family. But also in here, Tariq finds the United States District Court for the Eastern District of New York. The United States of America plaintiff versus Dante Spears defendant. And if you look closely, plea and cooperation. This nigga Mecca, aka Dante, is a snitch. He's a snitch. Now I would go in here and tell y'all scope of agreement, purposes of federal something, think parole, I don't know, procedures, United States of America and such. Spears stipulates and agrees that the blank 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 is accurate. These facts do all parties concerning and demonstrating. So basically me putting this together, this agreement deal that he has is all the information he gives will be facts, because if not, he will go back to jail. Damn, this whole time, that's why he's been able to move freely. He got a plea deal in cooperation agreement. Tariq takes the bag and he hits up Brayden. He's telling Brayden to go pick up Lauren. Now, Brayden was already outside because he needs to do something else with Lauren. I'm talking about, but he's like, thanks, Brayden. Now, Lauren comes out and she hops in the car. Brayden is supposed to take Lauren out of the city. Listen to what they're doing. Lauren, you're already in enough trouble as it is. You're not going to tell your parents that this is happening so they can get you out of here with the proper authorities. You're letting Brayden drive you out of the city. It's crazy and sad, and you guys are all listening to me, and I'm gonna tell you, this is the dumbest plan, but in real life, this stuff happens. And you'll see it on all kinds of true crime. Kids think that they can get away with this kind of crap, and they just do the dumbest stuff. This ain't doing nothing but putting you in a bad situation. Tariq, he sends a picture of the paperwork to Davis, and Davis is like, why are you hitting me up about Dante Spears? Tariq's like, man, I need to know a little bit about him. Now, Davis says he's one of the biggest informants that the American government has ever seen. He's so big of a snitch, they sent him out the country. They pretty much gave him this new life, gave him a little corporation and put his name up under. That's how he amounted so much money. As long as he's snitching, they don't care what he's doing. Now, Davis is about to run off a list of people he done snitched on. That's why Zeke act like that. His damn daddy a snitch. When Tariq goes in his room after talking to Davis about how bad of a snitch that Dante is in the room. And he's talking to Tariq. And Tariq is tough talking. Now, you got to be kind of careful with this because this man has a gun. But Tariq is saying, you a snitch? You ain't gonna do nothing? Rat me out, snitch. Ain't that what you do? But Dante, he gets upset. Because one thing, I may be a snitch. This is Dante talking, not me. I ain't no snitch. I may be a snitch. But I get dirty in these streets, bruh. I still got a reputation out here. Dante snatches Tariq's smart mouth up. He talking about, you want to die, don't you? Tariq said, man, you kill me, it all comes down. What Tariq is saying is, the bag ain't here. I can get you that bag back, but you got to give me $2 million in an offshore account. I know you're capable of it. So he hears this. He really wants that bag back, and he knows he can't kill Tariq. Not right now. And where's campus security when you need them? This is the most unorganized school ever. But he's like, all right, I'll get you that $2 million, but I got to get the bag back first. Now, Dante gets into why he was snitching. He said they sent them over to Georgia where they train pararescue, paramilitary, all of that. Georgia is the country, not the state in America, the country over in Eastern Europe. Now, when you go over there, you train. And for his freedom, he snitched on Lobos. Now, you remember Lobos was supposed to testify. So what did he do? He couldn't do anything, but Ghost killed Lobos. So Mecca did know who Ghost was, and he already knew who Tariq was. He did his research because he's the one that snitched. And he told Tariq, when you go to hell, tell your father Ghost, I said thank you. Damn, Dante is a bad man. He snitched on Lobos. We seen how Lobos was getting down in the original Power. We had to get rid of Lobos. So if Dante snitched on him, he had a lot that he was probably about to go down for. Brayden and Lauren, they're headed out of town. We're trying to get her as far away from the city as possible. Brayden turns off onto this dark ass road. I'm talking about no lights, no nothing. Lauren wakes up because it ain't no straight road no more. There's no concrete down there. It's just straight gravel. And you know, when you hitting that, and that Benz, that's like a C-Class. You know, it ain't got the best of suspension. They out there. She's like, why are you pulling over here? He's like, we gotta get out. I need to pull over right here. And Lauren's like, what's going on? Brayden goes to the trunk, gets a bag, pulls that tool out. He tells Lauren to get out. She's like, let's talk about it, please. Come on, Brayden, this ain't you. Let's talk about it. Brayden's like, hey, there ain't no talking right now. This was the dumbest plan from the get-go. Why would you even do this? But she went along with it. They got out there. But Brayden, he has a heart. You remember he just told Effie about doing the right thing, even though they're in a dope game. So he gives her some money and tells her, you need to go off the grid. Get on the bus that's about a mile away from here, head south, and don't look back. There ain't no way she's about to be able to do this. 18, 19 years old, no cell phone, none of this. She's gonna contact her parents. And she's just running away from Kane. That dude ain't built like that to be running through the city. Well, Effie was following and she pulls up. And she takes Lauren off of Brayden's hand. She's like, get in the car. She's saying, come on, we don't have to do this. You and Tariq, y'all can trust you guys. She's like, me and Tariq, we on something else. Since you don't want to get shot, you don't want to get in the car on your own. Effie pistol whips this girl I'm talking about, bink, knocks her out. Hopefully they get that money and give it back to Brayden. Look at Lauren in the passenger seat, slumped over. I ain't know Effie pulled up in that Acura. I had an Acura just like that. But she looks at Brayden, and when Brayden seen Lauren get hit, he was like, damn. It's over for her because Effie is built for that. I ain't built for that. I was trying to help her get up out of here. But Effie, yeah, she about to handle business. Mecca come home and he pissed. Kane, that's your... Wait a minute. What is Monet doing here? So now we're about to expose everything. She's like, Mecca, oh, I like that name, Dante. Kane's talking about Dante as in Zeke's dad. Now, Monet, she's changing up some things. And she's saying, look, we got a common enemy. What I want to do is get on that jet that you love. You, Zeke, my 3 kids, and move away from this. But we got to kill Lorenzo. So Kane is like, yeah, man, you don't know about the relationship between me and my father. Well, we know that Lorenzo had Kane whooped on, but that's because he touched his wife. And Mecca's saying, all right, we can do that. Because this is what he wanted the whole time. The Brady Bunch, one big happy family. So he says we need to put a plan in play. And what does Monet do? She picks up her phone. So we're about to try to get Lorenzo. Man, I told you the family will be divided. And we're watching it right in front of our eyes. Effie drives back. We don't see Lauren anymore. So we can only assume. She gets here. She hops in the bed. She takes off her clothes. She's kind of sad. I'm thinking, you were out in the woods. Girl, don't get in my bed smelling like outdoors. Go take you a shower. But she's a little sad. So whatever she did seems like it's bad and there ain't no coming back from it. But she gets in this little twin bed with Tariq. He acts like he's asleep. He rolls over and gets his little cuddling in. and Effie has a lot on her mind. There you go, episode 9 of Power Book 2. Man, this build up for episode 10 is about to be crazy. Let me know what you think about the plan that Monet, Kane, and Mecca are about to put in place to get Lorenzo. And also, what do you think Effie did with Lauren? Let me know what you guys think. I'm MoedotJ. If you like the content on the channel, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching. Make sure you tune in Sunday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern, our live stream after show discussion where we talk about episode 9 of Power. I'm MoedotJ. Thanks for watching. I'm out.
Jimmy on the beat, boy.